My girlfriend cheated me with her coworker even though she has not trusted me in our relationship. I met my girlfriend almost 2 years ago, not that long time, I know. We started dating, she was everything I wanted. Beautiful inside and outside. Dating phase was really good since we both shared same interests, and truly enjoyed each other's company, and I fell in love in her soul. She was kind and loved her family. One night she gets sad, serious, and wanted to tell me something. She tells she has been sexually abused in her past life, and she has really bad traumas from the negative experiences. When she was child, father of her friend has been naked when she visited her friend's home, also masturbating in front of the kids. Also that she has been raped during a house party when she was 16, and that her previous boyfriends have cheated her and treated her wrong in various ways. Her story was really hard to listen and understand fully, since she looks and acts regularly. But the scars are deep in her soul. She was really reserved sexually. I didn't want to rush things and we had kinda okay sex life, though she wasn't able to truly open herself up and be 100% natural in the situations. I wanted to be gentle and give her time, not pressuring her into anything. I went to other country for 4 months for my exchange period. Bad call for our relationship, but I had everything sorted out and locked before we started seeing each other. Before and during my exchange we fought a lot. She was freaking out all of the time, because she didn't trust me. She didn't trust me because of her previous boyfriends who had been cheating her all the time. I wanted to break up several times, but I always thought we will fight through her problems together, and wanted to stay together because I knew our future life, getting family and all that shit, will be worth the struggle. We are really different persons in means of communication. She wants to analyze things in most ways possible, and I try to give exact and precise answers. That wasn't helping any of our fights, and I wanted her to understand that she will learn to understand me better when we continue our lives together, while I also tried to develop my discussion skills. We were ready to break up after my exchange, because I didn't have any more will to continue the fight. I was ready to give up, but she started therapy to get help her with her problems. Things started looking better, though she was unhappy with our sex. We tried different things and I think it got better. At least it felt like so. We got ourselves a puppy and everything seemed to go into the right direction. Her therapy was going well, but she was still overly mistrusting me and questioning me about everything. I had to tell her every day if I saw any beautiful girls when I went to uni ECT. Her distrust in me was at an unhealthy level, but I believed that she would get better. She graduated from university, and we moved to a new city where I started writing my master's thesis for local company. This happened only 3 months ago. Moving here was mostly her idea to get a new start, and I agreed. We moved closer to my family, and I was hoping to find a real job in this company. She found herself a job in childcare center where they situate children who have problems or their families can't take care for them. Her work was mentally exhausting, but she felt she has found the right place. She could help children in bad position, and the job was rewarding. Often she came home crying after a bad day and I was there for her. I tried to calm her down and be supportive. This had unfortunately bad effect on our sex life, since she relied for me to start the act, and I focused on helping her with her stress from work. Then she said that a new guy is kind of flirting with her, and he is really supporting in the workplace where their bosses had no clue how to run the place, and the whole place was turning into circus. Most of the stress came from the bad leadership. I told her my doubts about the guy straight away, but she said that maybe he acts like this to everyone and he probably wants only to be a friend. They started helping the bosses together, trying to make the work environment better. They got closer and one night went for a walk together. She said that was really helpful to share thoughts with someone who was in the same working place. One Saturday she wanted to go for a walk with her coworker. She left at 8 p.m., telling B 15 minutes before she left that they go for a walk and also watch a movie at his place. I told her that it isn't okay with me, but I wanted to give her trust and let her go. I reminded her about all of the mistrust she had given me during our relationship and told her to behave well. Finally she came home 2:30 a.m., came to bed with me and started telling me how she has doubts about our relationship and if we ever have true connection and understand each other when discussing about anything. Next day we sat down and talked about our relationship. I wanted to give everything I have to develop into a better person, and trying to improve my conversation skills. Our difference in our conversations was her biggest doubt, and she also criticized our sex life. I told her that I'm giving my all to save our relationship, just like she when she went to the therapy. We agreed on living together for a test period to see if I can change, and if not, we'll separate in good terms. That's also when I found out that her coworker has especially good conversation skills and he can support her in the best way possible. They discussed about their workplace, about his life, previous relationships and problems in his life, and also about our relationship and about the problems she felt we had. They really connected with each other, and she enjoyed spending time with him, discussing with him, he giving support when she told about our relationship problems and crying about them. I always reminded her about his true goal with their friendship, but now I got really serious. I wanted to sort out things between us, not involving a third person into our relationship. I told her that his conversation skills are messing with her head. She's seeing our relationship perverted. She wanted to stay in contact with him, and told her it's okay to discuss with him, but I don't want her to meet with him and her to spend time with him. She agreed, and we also agreed that I go visit my family to get ourselves some time apart from each other and to clear out heads. I sent her some messages but mostly left her alone during the weekend. Then, on Sunday, when I started driving back to home, she called me and told me she cheated me with her coworker. She had invited him to our home because she felt lonely and wanted to talk with him. She wanted to believe that he just wants to be her friend. But during the evening, he told my GF his true feeling about her, and he made his move. They started kissing and having sex in our home, in our bed. When we discussed about this, she told me she thought that maybe her problems with sex would go away with different parents. Their sex was worse than ours. She had physical stress reactions during the sex, and he did not respect her boundaries in bed. She knew that was a mistake and suddenly realized that in fact me and her were going into the right directions. Just slower. She left her job, dropped her coworker, totally from her life, and wants to stay with me. She went to her parents' house, 3-5 HOA, to give me time to think about our relationship and what I want for future. This all happened in a small time period. She started working only 2 months ago, and came closer with her coworker a month ago. A small part of me wants to keep trying again, since she told me how now she appreciates our relationship and sex life, believes that she can learn my way to communicate, and doesn't anymore have trust issues towards me. But still, after being mistreated for 2 years, only to be cheated, I cannot forgive her that easily and want to part our ways. For 2 years she didn't trust me for anything, always fearing what I do, when I do, and who am I with. Then I proceed to give her trust, and she cheats me. She refused to listen my requests and prohibited from seeing him. Also, her therapist told her to be careful with him, and her sister also told her not to meet with him during the weekend. Now I know he was really manipulative, and he was in her head so that she couldn't think straight. Still, I can't just forgive this. I'm 99% sure we will break up, but I want to be 100% sure before I break up with her. I wanted to get this out of my system. Thank you. If you have any advices to help me out, I'm listening.